I got to cover up these windows with something. I don't want people to be able to see in when I'm truck camming. If I want to pull one of these guys over and use it for a desk, this is what the Blackout looks like. I'm going to do a test. Let's see how blacked out it is during the day. And then we got this one and that one. Look at that. I'm just going to use this one that I just made as my template. On the sides, I have put something on the drawer. All right, let me show you how easy this is to set up and why I made it this way. This is my cutlery drawer set up. From that line, I'll need to measure over 1.5 inches. Here I made them 1 inch by 1 inch. All right, so here's what's going on, guys. I got to cover up these windows with something. I don't want people to be able to see in when I'm truck camming in here. So talking to my buddy, he said, just get some material and use Velcro and just Velcro the material on here. I thought that'd be a cheap way to go. So I went to the material store, pretty cheap way, Blackout material. The thing is, the material is not black. It's actually kind of a cream color, but it won't let anybody see in. You can't see through it. This one up here in the front, this window's actually busted out on the camper. I got to get a piece of plexiglass made for that so I can seal that up. All right, well, that's what I'm up to. I'm going to make some window covers. All right, we're going to take a few measurements here. So if I cut the material square and I run it across this way, all right, well, let me get 26 by 30. Two of them, 26 by 30. So this one, I want to add 3 inches to this one, plus 3, 1, 2, 3, 42. I need two of them, 18.5 by 42. Need to call a glass shop, see if we can get a piece of plexiglass made. 18 by 13.25. This is what the Blackout looks like. It's actually not black. It is a cream colored white. I got black Velcro. I'm gonna see if I can, how hard it is to sew. I'm not a seamstress. And anyway, do not have a sewing machine, so I'm gonna have to do this by hand. I thought about hiring somebody. I'm like, you know what? I'm capable of sitting here sewing on some Velcro onto some material, right? All right, guys, I got my material laid out here. My biggest piece, I got to do a 19 by 59 is my longest piece. So I'm just going to go ahead and measure this out here. Anytime I do work with a tape measure and levels and stuff, reminds me of doing cabinet work. This is going to be a very time-consuming project right here. I'll probably remind you guys of that handyman that fixed your sink. 10.5. I guess I figured my material right. That's all I have left over, that little piece right there. It's gonna look good, guys. We'll do the cream colored side. These windows, I think I'm gonna have to cut or pattern out of poster board. This stuff is just, it's too flexible to work with. I got my pattern taped up there. This distance from here to here is the correct distance. Now when I push down on this, I can actually feel the window frame right here. So I can mark that with my pencil. All right, guys, I was able to press down on the poster board and trace along the molding. And now all I need to do is from that line, I'll need to measure over 1.5 inches, which is the distance from here to here, and then finish out that circle around. This is very tedious work. It's going to take me a while. I am getting the hang of it. So each one of these little tabs right here is taking me 10 to 15 minutes to put on, depending on how smooth the process goes for me. Since I'm a beginner, I make a mistake every now and then, and it slows me down. The thread gets tangled or something. Each panel gets 6 of these, and then the large panel is going to get more than that. So I've got 4 that get 6, so I got 24 of these to sew on. I'm going to have about 6 hours into sewing these on. And then the other one over there, the big one, is probably going to take me a couple hours to do that one. Hopefully I get faster at it. So this Velcro is, one of them is a sew on, and then the other one, the other part of the Velcro, the hook part, is a peel and stick. So I'm sewing this one on, obviously, to the material, and then there's a peel and stick that I'm putting inside of the truck. And it came that way. I didn't have to buy them separately. That's the way it was sold. All right, let me finish this up. Here is what is going on. Quite a few Velcro pieces sewed onto my first cover. These are self-sticking pieces here. It's got the peel and stick 3M adhesive. It seems to be sticking pretty good, so I don't think I'm going to need to do anything additional for these to stay on there. So I've got this marked at the top for the passenger side. I came out here and put these on, a couple of them, temporarily to hold it in place so I can mark the others. All right, now I'm going to do this one here. Just going to pull that tight. I'm going to mark the edge there. And I'm going to mark the width. Peel it and stick it. Look at that, baby. Okay, now that the first cover is complete, I have to make one identical but reverse with the angles for the other side of the truck. So I'm just going to use this one that I just made as my template. I'm just laying it right down on top of the material, white surface to white surface. I'm going to go ahead and mark with a pencil line where I need to cut it, and then I'm going to mark where all of the Velcro strips need to be sewed on, and this one should go a little bit quicker than the other one. And there she is. Panel number 2 done. All right, so here's what's going on. You can see I just sewed the corners of the Velcro. The first panel I did, these were actually 1.5 inches by 1 inch, and I sewed them all the way around. Here I made them 1 inch by 1 inch, and I'm just sewing the corners. These are taking me about 6 minutes each, so I really cut back on my time, and I'm having less issues with tangles and stuff with my thread too. All right, let's get back on it. Hours. It's going to take me hours of my life to do this. Oh my gosh. Seriously, if somebody had questioned me before I started my fishing YouTube channel and they said, so what kind of content are you going to be creating on your channel? I never, ever would have thought I'm going to be sewing on my channel. So the way I got this all up here is I peeled the sticky back off of these. I went ahead and stuck them to the Velcro first, like that. Then once I got it positioned, then I just stuck it to the camper shell. Nice. I'm gonna take this light, I'm gonna put it in here so we get lots of illuminated light inside of the back of the truck there. Let me close this down. All right, we'll get that closed up. See the back of the truck. We got lights on inside, but look, you can't see anything through those windows. That light that you're seeing right there is actually that street light back there. So, but there we are. We're gonna be stealth camping. We'll be in the back and totally blacked out. And nobody will know we're in here. I love it, man. All right, guys, it is the next day. I got the front panel finished up there, so it's looking really, really good in here with the blacked out covers. I'm going to do a test. Let's see how blacked out it is during the day. So I'm just going to climb in here. We're going to close everything up and see how dark it gets. So close the tailgate and down. Ooh, sun. It is really blacked out in here. Look at that. I mean, middle of the day. You just got a little bit of light coming through on the edges there on the tailgate. Yeah, that's just the way it's going to be. But guys, yep, that's what she looks like in here. I could take me a serious nap in here, no doubt. In the middle of the day. Get my fat butt up here. Oh yeah. It's lights out time. All right, you wouldn't know it. It's been a while. Next phase, I got a piece of glass cut for that front camper piece that's busted out. So see if we can get this installed. Get this thing cleaned up good here. Squeaky clean. All right, I'm gonna get the camper area cleaned up good here. Where we're gonna put this, I'm just gonna silicone this to the outside of this. The track is all bent up on this thing. All right, let's try that again. There we go. Main thing here is I just want to get this sealed up so that it's not leaking water. Yep, and that looks absolutely horrible, but it'll keep the water from coming in. Let me show you my storage drawer setup. I bought 2 of these from Walmart. I think they're like 13 wide, 14 deep, 26 inches high. And I use these at the house to store all kinds of tackle. They will hold a lot of stuff, guys. But you notice here on the sides, I have put something on the drawer. That's Velcro. That's to keep these drawers from coming open whenever I'm traveling in the truck. The way I did that, these are Velcro strips that I use to wrap my music cords. One side it's got the hook on it. The other side it's got the material. Comes in a roll like this. I'll put a link to this to Amazon if you guys want to go get you some. I put them on with a manual screwdriver, number 8 1/2-inch panhead screws. The reason that works is this area right here, it's about 1 inch. So a 1/2-inch screw does not interfere with the drawer at all there. Let me show you why it works on the drawer. If we open this up, the drawer has an angled profile here, just kind of a void area, and you can see right there the screw, it falls right in that void area, out of the way. I'm not going to poke myself when I'm cleaning the drawer, and this works great, guys. You lock it up, pull the Velcro, lock it back up. All right, we got to hook up to the power bank here. Pulling 200 watts. We got this. I put a little piece of tape on my 1.5-inch drill bit. I needed 1 1/4 inch, but 1.5 inches will do. So that's how deep I want to drill these. I got my cot here. These are to raise the cot up a little bit, is all. Yeah, I got a couple down here we need to put in. All right, so I basically just raised this up 1 1/4 inch here. And the reason is I've got these tubs, storage containers. They go under here like this. And the problem was when I was laying down on the cot, it sags in the middle and my butt was hitting the storage containers, and yeah, it was going to be uncomfortable. So let me try it out. Oh yeah, she's free and clear. That's gonna work. How about some cheap LED push button puck lights, battery, AAA batteries. Got them at the Dollar Tree, right? $1.25 for the light. So I'm gonna put these up here and see how much light they provide. Inside it's already looking pretty good. Right now I've got on 2 of the 6 lights, and you know, that's looking pretty good. I'm liking it. Let me turn on the other lights. I got this one here. I got this one right behind me, which I'm actually going to return because it is not operating correctly. And then we got this one and that one. There we go. Plenty of lights in here. Yeah, everything's lit up, man. Everything is lit up really good. So nice, cheap way to do some interior lighting for sure. So I had to make a modification to these lights. The peel and stick that they come with from the Dollar Tree was not holding. The lights were falling off. So I put Velcro on the the camper shell and then on the back of the lights. It's working great. I've had them up there for like 3 weeks and none of them have fell down. Velcro, 10-pound Velcro. You can get this at Walmart, Target, craft stores sell them, fabric stores. But yeah, that works out good. And then if I need to change the battery, I can just pull them off and just stick them right back up there. All right, let me show you how easy this is to set up and why I made it this way. All right, we got our drawer units. These guys just slide under the cot. All right, we got these two guys that fit nicely back here. Everything's clear so I can close the tailgate. All right guys, so let me show you how this is going to work here. Obviously these storage totes underneath, I can put anything in there, right? In those drawers I can put anything in there as well. But the idea is, you know, if I want to cook on the tailgate here, I can just reach up, grab a storage tote, pull it out here, take the lid off, and I've got my cutting board, I got my stove, I got some, you know, toilet paper, paper towels, whatever. I got a coffee maker in there. So that's easily accessible. And then the other storage tote can be used for anything. Be used for trash or clothes, or when I actually went camping the other day, I rented a campsite and I used one of these storage totes to put firewood in. So back here guys, this is my cutlery drawer set up. I got knives down here in the bottom and got some lighters in here. You know, I just got forks and spoons and got a knife sharpener in here, spatulas, spoons there. And then over here we got another tote here. Everything is just easily accessible. This could be anything. I got a lantern in here, some foil, some trash bags, some extra like plastic grocery bags for whatever I might need that for. All right guys, I am inside the truck here. Let me go over why I set things up this way. I've got a kayak, so I needed everything to be portable. I play music, so if I'm going on a long camping trip, I'll take both of these. I'll load them up with all kinds of stuff. I'll take both of the big storage bins and the other storage bins, but if I'm just going on an overnighter, I won't need all of that stuff. So I have the versatility to just pack up a little bit or pack up a lot, and because all of these are just portable, I can pack all of this stuff up in my apartment and then carry it down here and put it in the back of the truck. So I can haul my kayak back here. I can move this stuff all around depending on what I'm doing. And I just like the idea of all of these little things that are in here being mobile, right? So let me tell you something about this cot right here. I actually reached out to the company that makes this cot and asked them if they want to do a small sponsored section in the video in exchange for some of their products. They wrote back and said no. They said we have more business than we want, and so I'm not going to tell you guys the name of the cot or put a link or anything to it. But the reason I got this cot is it doesn't have a center support here that would interfere with the wheel well on the other side. It's just got a support here and a support here. This thing is completely collapsible. It fits in a small bag that's like 12 inches high and about 4 feet long. So if I have to pack the truck up with all kinds of stuff, right, I can always collapse the cot if I need to and then reset it up whenever I get out to the campsite. So yeah, it's got to be all these parts have to be completely mobile and very versatile for different types of camping trips and different applications. So that's why I set it up this way instead of doing a permanent build. The other thing is, guys, is I have the extra high camper top, right? So by not building something in here, right, I've got all this floor space right here. I can sit in the cot comfortably, and if I want to pull one of these guys over and use it for a desk, I can just pull this around like that, set my laptop up there, and I can work. I can edit videos back here or whatever. I'm starting to sweat like crazy. It is hot back here. It's like 80 degrees today in the first part of January, or the end of almost the end of January already. Whew. It is hot. But anyway, guys, so that's it. Nice. Everything's nice, portable, and mobile, and it's going to work out great.